Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read the article, The Hunt, and that is day 7. And then the next day you'll answer the questions. The Hunt. Beep, beep, beep. Aiden's alarm clock rang out with a deafening screech. It was 9 a.m. and much too early for Aiden to be awake on a Saturday. As he lazily sat up and reached for the clock to turn it off, he realized what day it was. His birthday! He rubbed his eyes and stumbled out of bed. The smell of blueberry pancakes hit him as he clambered downstairs, which finally woke him up. Happy birthday, Aiden! His parents excitedly greeted him as he sat down at the kitchen table. His mom turned around to grab a steaming plate of golden pancakes from the counter and set it in front of him. Hold on, they aren't finished just yet, she told him. He thought she was going to get syrup, but she came back holding a bunch of striped candles. Candles and pancakes, he thought, as he pushed 13 candles into the top pancake and lit them with a match. Before his parents could say anything else, he quickly made a wish and blew out all the candles. He didn't want the wax to melt into his delicious breakfast. Thank you, he said with his mouth full. His mom and dad laughed as they watched him scarf down the heap of pancakes. Well, even though you have plenty planned for tomorrow, I have a surprise for you today, his dad said. They had planned his party for Sunday, since that was when his older sister was able to come back home from university. Go get dressed. Your surprise will be waiting for you downstairs when you get back, he told his son. Aiden rushed upstairs, returned back in 5 short minutes, with his pant legs still stuck into his sock and a tiny bit of toothpaste at the corner of his mouth. His mother laughed. Well, aren't you excited, she said with a smile. On the kitchen table, Aiden noticed a piece of paper, neatly folded into a small square. His dad noticed his gaze. All right, well, open it up, he told him. Aiden picked it up and unfolded it. On it, his dad had written a short note. He read it out loud. Just like your favorite literary wizard, this spot is marked by a scar. You made me a treasure hunt? Aiden asked excitedly. His dad nodded, smiling. He knew Aiden would love it. He was always watching crime movies and reading mystery novels. Aiden started to think, his favorite literary wizard? That would have to be a character in one of his favorite books, Harry Potter. Obviously, he thought. He fell in love with the series as soon as he started the first book, just a couple of years ago. He always secretly identified with the odd boy out who discovered he was a wizard at the young age of 11. After some thinking, he finally remembered the small lightning mark he had carved into a tree in his backyard. After finishing the 7th book in the series, the last one, he ran through the fallen red, orange, and brown leaves. Aiden's favorite thing about fall. There it was, the scar in the clue. He searched around the tree's base, looking for another piece of paper. He brushed away the leaves and finally found one tucked between 2 small rocks. He briskly opened it. Green is this poet's color of choice. Red is the color of his language. Add some white and blue and you will have his flag. Oh, and your mom's a fan. This is a tough one, thought Aiden. He knew he was searching for a poet. He didn't know what green meant, so he started with red. He thought, well, red usually signifies love or anger, but a love poet makes more sense. So red, white, and blue are the colors of his or her flag, America. He tried to think of some American love poems his mom liked, but he remembered none. After a few minutes, Aiden finally thought of the book on his mother's nightstand, 20 Love Poems and a Song of Despair by Pablo Neruda. And he's from Chile, so red, white, and blue. Aiden ran through the back door and up to his parents' room to find the next clue. He then remembered his mom once mentioned that Neruda used to write with green ink. Perfect, he thought. The book was right on her nightstand. He opened it and out fell another piece of paper. "You're almost there," his dad called out from downstairs. Aiden peeled open the clue. For this last clue, remember when your sister was blue and couldn't find her favorite boo? Aiden started to think about the last part. Her favorite boo, he thought. Boo had to be a name since it was capitalized. Could it be the name of a toy when she was little? No, Melanie only got upset when she lost the book. He thought for a while longer. That's it! He remembered the time when Melanie lost To Kill a Mockingbird, her favorite book, in which Boo Radley, the mysterious neighbor, rescues the main character from a dangerous fight. She's always talked about how the book was an American classic and Harper Lee, the author, was her idol. He ran outside to the end of his driveway, which is where the book fell out of her backpack one day on her way home from school. He crouched down, looked around for another piece of paper, but there wasn't one to be found. Aiden was stumped. At last he looked up, and out of the corner of his eyes, he noticed someone watching him from across the street. He stood up and realized it was his sister. "Surprise!" she yelled with a huge smile on her face. So that is the end of the story. Thank you for listening.